with another Friday night live stream. Another night, chilling, doing our thing. Finally back again. It's been a crazy week. I don't know what. Oh, that's like way too low. Get back up there. Okay. Maybe I'll lower this a bit. Okay. All right. Well, welcome, y'all. Another Friday night, another live stream, another day talk toys, do our thing, look at figures, give updates, see what's going on, and then yeah, open some cool figures and just hang out. Be sure comment what you want to hear or what you want to see. Excuse me, on the channel. Comment what you want to see on the channel, or any suggestions or anything you might be interested for me for picking up. Um, like this video as usual and subscribe. Subscribe is like if you're gonna do it, yeah, but if you're gonna do anything, subscribe. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support. I think I'm still at like 300, like 20 something, maybe even like nearly 330. I don't know. I can't remember. I always never really look before I go. Like I've looked like throughout the week because I'm always on YouTube, but you know, just one of them things. What can I say? Yeah, I guess that's mainly it. But nothing very much, really too much toy wise going on that I can really remember that I can think of. Latest thing I think I saw. Well, okay, yeah, one thing. I guess Haya's MonsterVerse Behemoth. He's coming out. Haya just posted like a kind of like an actual like look of the figure and the box, so looks pretty cool. So we'll see down the road. I'll definitely plan on picking that up. Excuse me. A little air in there. But yeah, but Behemoth looks good. At least like the box is pretty, standard, pretty basic, but pretty cool, pretty fun. But yeah, but work was kicking my ass this week, especially today. We were like there all day. Like it was literally like nearly a 10-hour day. It's crazy. But yeah, but survived the week. I was looking forward to this day. Ready, talking toys, talking specifically Daredevil, as of course with the Daredevil Born Again season 2 finale coming out. Which by this recording has already came out this week on Wednesday, I believe. I think that was Wednesday. But I will admit I have not seen Daredevil Born Again. I know I'm way far behind, but kind of like just stuff has been taking more priority. Marvel stuff hasn't really been. Yeah, honestly, yeah, kind of like Marvel, kind of like movies and shows. I haven't really been getting into that much. I've been like just watching other stuff, a big variety, mainly. Yeah, did I even like mention this? I think on a previous stream, I can't remember, but I have been rewatching the original, the Muppet Show. I might have mentioned it when I like watched their new finale. I can't remember what it was, but but been going through the Muppet Show, so that's been like my thing right now because ever since like they put out like the new thing, like the new release, I was like, okay, gotta gotta get back into it. Yeah, because I got into like the show probably like a couple years ago. Well, it probably would have been. I think it was like kind of earlier last year, and then of course they had the special kind of early this year, or even it might have been end of last year. I can't remember, but it might have been. It might have been this year. I think it is this year. I can't remember. My memory is awful. um, but it was a pretty decent special. I'm kind of hopefully expecting them to hopefully produce more of that new kind of Muppet Show kind of thing because it feels like it makes sense. It's pretty easy to do, and just watching the Muppet Show specifically. Okay, I finally got into season 5. I'm like in like episode like 12 or like 13 because they got like 20 episodes and they're all like half hours. So it's like it's a lot. But it's, you know, it's paced out pretty well. It's pretty funny. I'm trying to remember what was the latest movie that I just saw. What's his name? I keep forgetting the guy's name, but he's really funny. He's in Young Frankenstein. He's the kind of like the Igor character with the big bulgy eyes. So he's really cool. He was really funny. Like he worked like across the board for moments. But I'm already getting I'm already rambling. And that's why those of you who are around and watch this enjoy it. And so I appreciate it. I'll just keep yapping till the day I die. All right. Okay. The Muppets. Been the main show. So haven't seen Daredevil. Definitely at some point gonna see it. Probably gonna be the next thing I watch after I'm done with Muppets finally. So it might be a bit, might be a while, but I'm hoping by the end of this month I'm kind of at least up to season 1, at least catch up with that at first. So that's my plan. I got a very busy schedule. It's very specific, but we'll get there. I got a light shining on my nose. A little bit of sunlight there. That's cool. But yeah. So definitely planning to see Daredevil. I think especially because, there is some speculation, that Daredevil is probably gonna be in Spider-Man No Way Home because you got Punisher there too, and you got Hulk. So it's like you do the other collab thing. But then, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting because I don't know what they're gonna really specifically do with this movie, at least from what we've seen so far. Haven't seen the main villain. Have seen like a lot of side ones like Boomerang and Tarantula. Who else was in that montage? Well, he was doing like the Amazing 15 um pose where he's swinging in the sky and he's got a guy in his hands. He's like, "Come on, dude." And he's like, "Oh." And so they have that, of course. But then they have like other characters. I think they have. I mean, there's like a possibly like a Jean Grey, I guess, is like the one redhead chick with the hoodie and everything, and they haven't like shown her face yet. So it's like maybe Jean Grey based on I don't know rumors stuff. I don't know. I don't really know very much about like the behind the scenes like the movie news, except for like that. I'm like, okay, I guess that's Jean Grey, and then you still got MJ, you still got Ned. Um, they're all like graduating, or oh well, no, MJ and Ned are going, to like the really good college. That Peter was also gonna be in, but now he's not, and so he just has to just get a job and do his stuff. So it's an interesting little story. I just don't know like how much like solo he's gonna be. I assume for very much of the film, like just being just Spider-Man, because there seems like to be like a whole chunk where like someone's like possessing bodies of some kind, but instead of like touching, it's more of like it's kind of like an entity kind of spiritually like moving through people and like controlling them and having them powers. So that kind of gives me Mr. Negative vibes. So Mr. Negative might be in this movie. I don't know. And then there's like some other guys in there too. Like someone does like a voiceover. Yeah, people are like, "Oh, it's probably this character," and I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of too early to tell. I don't know what's really going on with this movie, but I'm excited. Yeah, because you also got Punisher. He's out there. He's just trying to kill people, and Spider Man's like, "What are you doing?" But then you have like the Hulk there too, with Bruce Banner. Mark Ruffalo's back, so that's cool. So but yeah, what's Hulk doing? What's what's going on? What happens with their encounter? I don't know. It's just very interesting. And I love Spider-Man, so I'm just like, of course I'm going to see this movie. Why would I not? I would be dumb not to. Because it actually probably looks like the best one that we're probably going to get from the MCU. I would think so. don't know. Just rambling. But yeah, yeah. Okay. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll get into our updates, any weekly pickups, but a little bit of that later. But the wall, I think nothing too different. Yeah, I still got Scareglow up there. He's fine. He's cool. Nothing figure wise really updated. Just been trying to organize. So I did put away a lot of the Star Wars stuff I got rid of. Still have Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Asajj Ventress still out. Yeah, from last week. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with those guys and how I can fit them into my prequel kind of display. Because I'll be honest, because like the prequels are starting to take up a bit of space. So it's getting tight, especially with the Jedi, because they all have like their giant robes and a lightsaber. So I'm having to like try to get these to fit. And yeah, it's like there's so many like extra characters. I have like most of the Inquisitors that they've made so far. I know that's not technically prequels, I guess per se, but but kind of like the Star Wars Rebels kind of era, the full on Dave Filoni kind of thing. But what's my point? Okay, a lot of stuff kind of like put into the into the prequel display for now. So have to figure out what to do with most of the Clone Wars stuff. I might have to just make that a whole section by that self. Now that I'm thinking about it, but then I don't know who to separate. I guess I do just based on who's exclusive or whose look is exclusive to the show and to like the movies, like episode 3 specifically. Kind of seeing the transition there because that's what I have mostly of. When it comes to prequels, I love Revenge of the Sith. Episode 3, so good. Definitely the best of the prequels, in my opinion, because I feel like George actually, was like, oh, a movie? How about we finally do a decent one? It's not great. I know critically and moments here and there, but to me, that was like one of the first Star Wars things I saw. So it's very nostalgic for me because I was a literal child when stuff came out. I was like, what? Yeah, what was Revenge of the Sith? Like 2001? 2002? So I wasn't even a year old, or I would be a year old by the time this movie came out. It's just mad. It's crazy. Yeah, but watching like specifically, I guess, what is it? Phantom Menace. That's episode 1, right? Yes, that is it. Having that one also because that was probably like my very first Star Wars thing. I was like, oh, this is Star Wars. This is Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan and Darth Maul fighting Darth Maul. Because, of course, that's the one thing I can remember from that movie as like a child. Like, the actual, like, the memories, like, going through in my brain. I'm like, I just remember, like, all the lightsabers fight. But anything else? And then, like, episode 2 barely in there. I think, but episode 2, I probably don't remember anything about that when it comes to being a kid. I don't think I really watched it. And then I got to episode 3 because my parents got like a DVD. I was like, oh, this looks awesome. And it was darker. It felt more darker as a child, and then did feel a bit more kind of like a full-on story that I could grasp with. But like there's little parts here and there that don't hold up, but for me, at least that was kind of like the peak, like the prequel energy there. I'm already just wrong. Y'all don't understand. I can yap all day. I can waste 15 minutes of this review doing this. I'm not wasting it. It's my show. If y'all enjoy it, stick around. If not, you can watch something else. But I appreciate those who stay and come back every week. Thank y'all for the support. But yeah. So for any other updates, then I really just went on a whole Star Wars tangent there. But you know, no weekly pickups. Didn't pick up anything. Just didn't have time. So we'll kind of just move on. Any other updates? I'm always just thinking of something. I still got like so much Star Wars stuff. I still haven't even figured out. Okay, I still haven't even figured out where to exactly put the the is it yeah, where that's the where that's the Luke and the Vader fight, yeah, from Empire Strikes Back. Oh yeah, also kind of like the OG trilogy. I definitely remember like watching like episode 4, and then Empire, and then Return of the Jedi. I did watch those as a kid. A New Hope always kind of like yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the original Star Wars. Excuse me. I'm kind of not gonna be on it. A New Hope. That was Star Wars. That was the Star Wars. It was Star Wars, and I was like, what the hell? And then it was Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi. There was no like Star Wars like before that, really. Even though like they then made it that because they were like Star Wars, A New Hope, Star Wars, or Return of the Jedi, Star Wars. Was it Empire Strikes Back? Reverse that because it's Empire and then it's Return of the Jedi. But those movies were fun as a kid. But yeah. So have the Empire Strikes Back, the Hasbro exclusive with the set there. That is still trying to find a spot in the collection, and then still have what is it like the one droid from the Bounty Hunter show, whatever it is, or like Skeleton Crew. Yeah, that's what it was. I got him still. I still got to find his place, and then Saul Guerrera. I think that's his name. Yeah, that's the guy. From Rogue One, who just like save the dream or whatever, and then he just stands there and dies. It was played by Forrest Whitaker. I think that's his name. Great actor. A pretty fun character. I still got to see Andor too. Like Star Wars, I am like also not doing well in. It's not Marvel. It's not Star Wars. It's all been the Muppets. Straight ahead, bro. That's my main content. So I've just been making my way slowly through it. Because we're going to be talking a lot of Marvel today. I mean, like all that you see on the screen mainly is Marvel or Turtles or He-Man. But mainly Marvel, Turtles, maybe some Joes, and a little bit of Street Fighter, but it's a lot of legends. It's just the line. It's just the line that keeps growing and keeps getting better. And it's just really cool to see like the evolution of the technology with these figures. And seeing just how much closer to perfect that they can be. Because I can definitely see like figures I have now, that need improvements. And this is a prime example of that. So we will finally get into our unboxing of these figures of the Daredevil and Punisher from Daredevil Born Again. Let's go. There we go. Get this there. That look pretty good. I'll move this a little to the side. Oh no. I think that's fine as it is. But there they are. Sorry, this angle is just kind of weird for me. I'm like, what the heck am I looking at? That's actually a pretty decent angle. All right, but there they are. Our Daredevil and Punisher. Daredevil Born Again. Looking pretty sweet. Looking pretty nice. Probably first, I guess, I'm probably going to do Punisher first. I think that's our... Well, do we want to do Daredevil first? I don't know. Because these both look so good, but might have to do Punisher first and then end off with Daredevil because he's the, he's the title character. He's the main event, bro. So Daredevil gets to sit over there for now, but for now, look at Punisher. Have your Marvel Legends series logo there. You have your Punisher name on the side. Have the Marvel Television Daredevil Born Again 14 plus Hasbro show logo there. Have the figure with all of its accessories being shown off in great detail. At the top have the Daredevil logo, the double D's with the circle. Have the Legends, has the Punisher, has actually a really cool little artwork of him. Very stylized. And it's John Berthel. And then you have on the other side a bigger version of that same image. Has the skull, all in shadow, black and white. At the bottom have your stuff, your barcode. And on the back have your Marvel Legends logo there. Punisher, after his family was murdered in a criminal government conspiracy, U.S. Marine veteran Frank Castle turns vengeful, vigilant, and allied to Daredevil. That is when their interests align. And that's in different languages all there. Pretty good. Not too bad. Then have your even bigger Punisher art blown up even bigger here. So you got that, and you get that. It's like a whole, it's kind of like looping, kind of growing. That's actually kind of fun. But yeah, cool packaging. Has just like the whole, like the black, white, and red kind of motif there. Has the red on the inside, as you can see, because compared to Daredevil, he has like a grayish, kind of purplish kind of backing. But Frank has got the red, so he can stand out. So they can both stand out. So very cool. We'll get him going. Get our tools. Oh. Okay. Okay. So we can do... Okay, we got our trusty X-Acto blade. Sorry, I did that out of order. Just slide it right there. Put it to the side. Tab. There's our Hasbro paper. To the ether. There's your there. Pretty nice. You get some messed up street buildings. Very artsy. Kind of like pixely even. Just looks like a bunch of dots. Like it looks like pixel art. So pretty decent. Not the most craziest thing, but looks good. Definitely probably get good. Yeah, I'll definitely kind of like keep the at least the art of Punisher. Might cut out some other stuff, but I don't know. At least like I'm gonna like keep it like for this. and probably the side, and at least the art there. I don't know. I would be remiss to figure out what to do with this. All right. We'll get our box. Taking down my camera. There we go. To the ether. With you. Bring on my camera. We're gonna look at our Punisher and all his plastic glory. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back in a moment. And we're back. So yeah, here's our Punisher figure and all his plastic glory. So we're gonna get all his stuff out. Do accessories first or do the figure first? I kind of prefer doing the figure first in this case. I don't know why. Alright, we'll get everything out before we do. Got our hands. Oh. I mean, I might as well just show them off. I just guess I won't do that thing. But there's our hands. Has a right fist and a left trigger finger hand. Next. Have his little knife here. Very cool. Has like a gray kind of handle to it, and I think it's like a black, right? It's just a black knife. It's kind of like a grayish, like a very dark gray, but really cool. Nice detail. It's good that he comes with some weapons. Of course, it's a Punisher. Then you have the classic, kind of like just your classic pistol. And this one's actually kind of realistic. So it's kind of crazy, but has your stock there, which does not come out. That's just a solid piece, but in any case, still pretty good. Kind of wish it came with a blast effect, because that would be nice, but I get it. This is more realistic. You don't really see a blast. Or, well, you know, you have like an actual, like a muzzle flash, but maybe something more realistic. I don't know if they've done something that much with the style of it, but not too bad. And then he comes with this freaking, what is it, a tomahawk? This is insane for Punisher. I think about like him, with the gun, with the pistol, but having freaking tomahawk that has like the wrap and everything is all like color coordinated. In some cases, it's all like a bluish gray with your kind of black kind of metal parts. All work very well. Have all your details there with the wraps. Looks pretty good. This is actually a crazy looking weapon for Punisher to use of all the characters. I mean, he is the Punisher. There we go. Okay. So here is our Punisher. Look at him there. It's a little awkward, ain't he? Like with these hands, they feel wrong. But I'm gonna keep it going there. But like the body proportions are pretty good. Like it feels like John Berthel. It kind of looks like John Berthel. Like I think it looks like him, but he's a little sad. Has my printing on mine been like... I think they're kind of low. I think they should be kind of more up, but I mean, it's not too bad. It feels a little misaligned, but there's definitely like some angles where it doesn't look exactly like them, but I don't know. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay, so this guy is a interesting figure. Okay, here he is. You can see has the head sculpt there. Looks a bit like John Berthel, but not a whole lot. Still kind of, like it's way closer compared to the time before. But this is still like decent. Like this is still like okay. It's like yeah, that's Punisher. And then he has like the little tuft of hair going on here. He's got a very clean shave. Or right there has some nice fade detail. And then at the vest, well, he also has the exposed neck, so that's a nice detail. But then at the chest, of course, you have the Punisher logo, like crudely kind of spray painted on. Yeah, it doesn't even have like a hole, like a part of itself there anymore, but it's like a bulletproof kind of vest, a little more tactical, has these little shells and stuff on the side here with all those belts and those loops. And some and some loops that all connect on the side and they go to the back with the more armor kind of back here, more padded up. Pretty good. And has more containers for more weapons and little tools. Has more magazines. Is that what those are? Is that what those are? I forget. And then have a holster for the pistol. Then has more of your kind of padded armor with the United States of America flag. And on the other side has like a little like a shield with 3 stars and a Punisher skull. It's like winking. It looks like it's winking. It's like wink. Like it's like a little like a animated thing. It's kind of funny. It's probably not supposed to be like that, but that's not awful. But then has your exposed arms. Yeah, your exposed kind of wrist area, I guess. What is it? Your bicep and your calf? Okay, that is actually working. That's good. Well, this is going to be a tough articulation segment, so I'm trying to get it all out here now. But you have the bare arms, you come packed in with your trigger finger hand and your, what is it? Your kind of like your more open hand kind of thing. Not too bad at all. Pretty cool. Oh, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Cool. Yeah, and then going back down to the pants, kind of like cargo, kind of tactical, military style pants. Has the knee pads, all your little folds and everything. Oh yeah, you even have a knife sheath there in the back. That's perfect for that. So he can basically almost hold everything on him if you get the right tools. Yeah, which you probably can do pretty easily out of packaging. But then the boots, just some boots. Very nice. Have the treads, have the copyright stuff there finally. 2025. Oh, what a year. Alright, so we'll get his pistol first. Get it in there. Show off his holster if I can put it in right. And I do like that he still also has like that bluish kind of gray to the whole, like the suit of everything that matches with every kind of little accessory. So he is color coordinated. Surprisingly, but then this little knife goes back here. There you go. It's kind of like seamless. You don't really even see it, but then we can get him with the hatchet. Get him a little posed up for real quick. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing posed how I want it. I like that where he's like, hey, what's going on? So he's pretty cool. Pretty sweet. But yeah, but we'll go over his articulation since we're already really going for it already. So at our head, you have a dumbbell joint, I believe. So where you have a ball down to a rod to the neck, or just a straight up just a ball up there as well. That's pretty much possible. And then have a ball at the bottom of the neck there. So altogether, you can look down about that far, look up about this far. Can go side to side with your tilt. It's crazy. Has your side to side straight up. The head and neck, but you can also rotate the head 360 as well. But then at the arms here, you do have a kind of like a, is this a butterfly joint? Feels more like a socket kind of ball joint there. So it can kind of go up, go down, go front, go back. Can kind of like just go around. But then with your shoulder, hinge up about that far, even if you want to push it. Not that far, not too far up, but not too bad. And then rotates around, has your bicep swivel. We're going to do it on this one because it actually works. Have your double jointed elbow, which goes up about that far. Not too bad. And then at the torso, have your kind of like your mid ball joint waist. Oh, but not even like waist, like your mid torso articulation, your ball there. So that goes all the way around and actually reveals more paint on that Punisher. So he's a little more complete. That's actually kind of fun. Kind of like has like the rest of the nose comes through, kind of like continues the full thing. But it's definitely preferred like that though. And then with the hands, with the trigger finger hands, you do have up and down joint, though kind of limited with how they sculpted this. I can't really go that much up and down. It kind of just goes forward. And then with your fists and your grabbing hand, they have side to side and rotation. Also, rotation, of course. Then nothing here at the waist. There's just too much going on there. So I guess they were just like, okay, no waist. Because we got all this stuff we got to carry. So it's got to be secure. So makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Or unless it's... Is there? I mean, there's like a little bit, but I wouldn't push it. I'd be more worried about messing these up. So I'm not going to worry about it. But with the legs, kick forward about that far. Kick back about that far. Kick out. Not too bad. You have a drop down? I don't think so. Has your upper thigh cut. Pretty clicky there. Then your double jointed pinless knee there, and all pinless as well. Looks great. It works so well. No boot, no boot swivel. It's kind of weird to me. Kind of would expect that, but you do get a hinge back, hinge forward, and your ankle rocker, pivot. One of the best things that Hasbro can actually do. As I mentioned every stream. The ankles. This man can stand any way you want him. Look at that. He looks like an idiot. But I made him stand like that. Okay, well, we'll get a little pose going on here. Do we want to just go for just the gun? We'll do that because we got him with the axe earlier. That makes sense. Can I go for the gun now? There. Get him in front of my face. Also, water break. Cool. All right. Here we go. Okay, this actually looks pretty good. Is that good? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, I'm trying to get a really good pose out of this guy. I guess that's all right. That's a, all right. One. Not serious, but his face is drooping a bit. He does look pretty all right. I think so. Again, I actually stood up. See, I'm gonna always keep questioning. What's going down? Okay. I'll just do them like that. It's pretty good. It looks cool. Just kind of, okay. Yeah, honestly, it does kind of annoy me that they didn't give us like a fist or something else, because you only have the left one. And then you have your trigger finger hand, which I guess that would look better here, because you could do them. Hold on. Now we're playing. Because if I just get the knife, and that can be a possible kind of thing. Honestly, this is actually pretty good. I actually like that a lot. Having the knife and then just the pistol, because it's the Punisher. In my mind, you still gotta just have the pew pew. It looks cool, especially with like the two weapon kind of holding hands. I guess I could also maybe put this in here. I don't know. So this doesn't store anywhere. So that kind of sucks. Maybe have like a hole or something. I don't know. Or like could put like a magnet in there, but I'm not that smart. But then there's, I think that's actually just it. Okay, that's it for this Punisher. Here, we'll get a better shot of him standing here. Look at the dude. We're gonna zoom in. Whoa, look at him. Looking pretty good. Pretty nice. Pretty cool. Trying to get that so he's in focus. A really nice figure. Not the greatest likeness, I'll still say, but as this stands, this is definitely the best Netflix Punisher figure that we have gotten from Marvel Legends. I don't know if any other companies have done a John Berthel Punisher like officially. I can't think of one, but yeah, but this figure's pretty cool, pretty nice. All right, so we shall move on with our final figure of the night to open. We're already like 50 minutes in, which is insane. Oh, there's the whole thing. Our Daredevil. We will climb back up, come back down. Is that good? That might be a little. A bit better. I guess that's okay for now. But there's our Daredevil. Plastic. Marvel Legends. Same thing as Punisher. Warning. A Daredevil. Cool figure. Daredevil name. Daredevil Born Again logo. Hasbro logo. Your accessories. We'll do this. First, have the double D with the 0. Daredevil logo on the top. Marvel Legends. Daredevil. What's our art? Oh, nice little art of Daredevil there. Kind of like his costume's like super like vibrant red. It's kind of like it. Yeah, it looks like it has like it's like dripping blood because it's Daredevil, or it's like rain. It's probably rain because it's Daredevil because moody. And then there's like, okay, you get another angle of him has more coming down here. That's pretty cool. I like the red and kind of fades to the black at the bottom, so that's pretty cool. Then at the bottom, oh yeah, got this one from GameStop. Use the monthly, $5 off. It's great. Marvel Legends series Daredevil. What kind of lawyer is Matt Murdock? A really good one. Ace Attorney by day, Matt Murdock pursues justice for those who cannot achieve it themselves in multiple languages. And then have the, oh, that's actually pretty sweet, Daredevil logo. Look at that. That art. He's just like a painting. Like literally, like he's just splattered on. It looks like kind of like that this would be like street art or something. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice. Pretty neat. Kind of like your all red, I guess, kind of thing with Daredevil. Even though he does have a lot of other details in there. But we're going to get into that right now. This can support its own weight. Hello. There we go. Here we have our trusty X-Acto blade. Yet again. Have just your tape there. And that's basically it. Okay. Hold up. Water break. All right. Come on. Have your Hasbro paper to the ether. On the inside of Daredevil's, like your gray toned, kind of little streak here. I think it's the same exact design. It looks like it. So very cool, kind of pixely. It's kind of like two kind of like image film reels. Like that's like a movie scene or whatever. If that makes sense. Excuse me. But then there's our box. Then, oh, the devil. We'll see you now. Oh, well, he can't see. He's Daredevil. He's literally blind. Well, he can kind of see with like the echolocation kind of thing he's got going on. But he's still pretty cool. Have him here. All his plastic glory. Have your hands. Have your figure. Have your little wire thing and your two billy clubs there. Very neat. Very nice. Kind of a little concerned. His head does look a little wibble wobbly. It looks a little off. But we'll have to see how it looks when we get it out of the packaging here. We will go over his accessories. Starting with our hands. I think it has the same thing going on as it does with Frank, where you have a right fist and a left open splayed hand, but these are like your gloves with your red padding in the back there to, signify that this is Daredevil in his red costume. It's not just like Frank's hand, but it's the same hand setup, which is okay, I guess. I would just prefer just all my hands, but I feel like there could always be just like a little bit more. It's always like, my hands, please. But no. This is really actually pretty cool. I kind of like this. I can see the appeal of this. It's just very weird because it's like, it feels like a real wire, but it just doesn't move. So it's just like very solid feeling. Very weird, but it's pretty cool. But it's not, this isn't like a wired one. It's just a kind of like shaped one. We're just gonna be in this position. But then our billy clubs. Hold on. There they are. All right. There is our billy clubs here. Have your silver kind of tops there. Both got holes in them. Have like their red kind of patterning, kind of grip there. Very nice details there. Has silver on the sides, but no silver on the bottom of this one. I guess it went to most of that, so they're splitting that budget super specifically. That's kind of funny. But those are pretty good, and then I can probably just go ahead and get this going. Assume it's just any one of them can fit, because that can fit in there. This can fit in here. They connect just like that. But they're secure. They'd stay on. Yeah, but there's your billy club there. Going to the other one. So, doing like a Spider-Man. He's like, throw thing to get the thing. Throw the rope thing to get to another building. And there's our Daredevil figure. Plastic. Last of it. There's our Daredevil. Hold on. This is pretty good. I do feel like the head isn't all the way there, but it definitely is a little closer to what he actually looks like. if that makes sense. Bro, this is so cool. I'm just staring at the details. Like, look at this. It looks so good. Kind of like the all red, yeah, with the black streaks that go like yeah, to wrap around the horns that are kind of like a little squarish, a little kind of like a pyramid shape, and then have like your top shell of the helmet with your black streak there, and then have Matt's mouth, nose, and chin and hair exposed. A little pale, but you know, not too bad. We can even do some other swaps if we want to see what we can do. But then with the rest of the armor there, have your red kind of detailing going down the body from the chest down to the abs and wrap around on the sides. Go all the way to the back. So have your different colors, has your grays and reds, your two different colors. But it's just very like filled out. It's just like, okay, here's your Daredevil costume. It was a little darker, had more black in it. Here's one that's like it still kind of has that aesthetic, but is a little bit feels a little more closer. And I think also this is probably more realistically better just by design. It just looks way, way good. And then on the side, on the arms, have that same all red color there, but with little like gray lines there, so to kind of keep the arm still total, but a little broken up, and then have like your gauntlet kind of pieces, padding, I guess. I don't know if they're gauntlets. It might be just like padding or something, but pretty nice there. Nice detail, and then have your holding hands for your billy clubs, because of course have the red pads on the back. Has your ab detail all there down to the belt. Has that red buckle, but then all black around there with a little hint of red there. And then all the pants all red again with your kind of, these are kind of like techno lines. I kind of like, yeah, these are kind of like techy a bit. I don't know why. But it looks pretty good though. It's fine. And then you have your little holster for your batons there. Your holes right there. Pretty cool. And then have your knee pads. Pretty good there. Pretty nice. And your boots. Yet again, it's kind of like it kind of looks like kind of like chainmail. There, that's actually kind of cool. Because you have like your Under Armour and like in the more places, I guess he wants to be more flexible. Especially he needs more breathing room there. So it's like I can protect myself mainly pretty well, especially in the legs. So I'm confident enough to keep some of my leg bare. Because I think he just, yeah, did he also do that with the original costume? I don't know. It might have been like the opposite or something. Well, I guess that makes sense. If you want like more mobility, like you would have to cut that off. Yeah, that boot where or it doesn't go like all the way up there. It just kind of goes right down there. But nice little boot shape, very kind of like just yeah, I don't know. Just nice little like armor kind of pattern thing. Looks cool. Nice details. All your copyright. Hasbro 2025 figure. And there he is. in all his plastic glory. We'll go over his articulation real quick. Basically has the same kind of setup that I think Frank has with the ball at the top of the head and then the ball at the neck. Go down. About that far, go up. About that far. Rotate. Shift side to side. Shoulder goes all the way up there. That is insane. That is crazy articulation. And then at your little, like your cover here, I think it's the same as Frank, where it does like a rod that goes into like a ball there inside, and they have like this cover piece. So, because it can go up, go down, go forwards, backwards, and if you have your shoulder forward, backwards, you can do rotation there. Have your bicep swivel, double jointless, double jointed pinless elbow. Here we go. Pretty cool. Okay. Then we have our hands, which I'll rotate, and our up and down ones go up and down. Both on there. That's good. Then your other hands will go side to side. And these are pretty clean out of packaging. You don't have to put a lot of pressure. At least with the fist, let's see. Nothing. No pressure at all. I just did that way too hard. Very easy. But we'll have him holding his billy clubs. I don't know if he has to have like a specific one with him of the billy clubs. I don't think it really probably matters that much. He just looks like he's like just smiling when he should be like very serious, but he's like, I'm having a great time. They're pretty cool. Okay. Hopefully y'all did not yeah, me drinking my water. Try to stay hydrated. But look at this figure. Look at this guy. This dude is so cool. Poses pretty easily. A lot of fun. Oh, thank you for the second like. 2 likes. Thank you. All live on the stream, but this guy looks great. I feel like his head is a little bit off center. I feel like this eye is kind of like all wonky. Been like sunken in or something. Yeah, I'll have to like heat up this head to see what's kind of going on. Okay. Oh, I was actually wrong about the head. This is actually it's a it's the classic. It's the head with the with the disc in the neck. What the heck? That works so freaking well. Hold on, Frank. Okay, you have a ball of a rod. That's very obvious there. A dumbbell joint there. So he's fine. Correct about that, because I assumed that. But I did not expect that from Daredevil. I missed that. But that's really cool. That actually... And it still gives him a lot of range in the neck to do that. And even on top, there's like so much wiggle room there. But it looks pretty cool. He's pretty sweet. So how do we get him... I feel like this is the one, because that makes more sense. So he'd be holding on to this one. I guess can I do... Here, I'm going to try doing a shot with these. This little accessory here. Switch out my hands. Not too hard. Okay. Okay. I don't know about this. Doing like... I mean, that's decent. I think if I had it more... I don't know. This is a little tricky. Here. Because it's hard to fit this all in one camera. Even if this is a long cam, but it's still kind of like... It is a bit heavy on itself. It has the potential, but I guess like that, something like that. Something like that, I guess. Look at that. Look at that. That's actually like a pretty nice pose. I love this pose. He's like going through the air. This is probably like the best way I think I've ever used this kind of accessory. That's pretty cool. Pretty nice. I just am worried if this is gonna get more damage. It doesn't look like it. It's not really rubbing on anything. Maybe on the shoulder a bit. But not too much. You don't really see it. This is actually getting stressed out. But pretty cool. This is a pretty cool figure. I like this a lot. First I was like, maybe. But I'm like, alright, what am I thinking? This is so different. Trying to see how they go. I'm trying to see in the holsters. I guess it's like that. And that. Have your bigger one for your taller one. Then your other one for your smaller one. They just fit right there on the side. Look so good. I'll get my is it supposed to not have a silver? I think it is supposed to. I'm gonna give him his weapon holding hands. Okay. There's our Daredevil. No, his plastic galore. Shield him. Focus. Bruh. There. It's still not. My spider people taking up my faces.
Can you focus?
This camera is so garbage. Okay. Is that the best this thing can do? Alright, how about we get both of them?
There they are. Side by side.
Look at that. Ain't that great? Those are really cool. These are awesome. Yeah, they look really cool together.
Gabe? Oh my god, I didn't even see your comment till just now. It did not pop up the whole time.
I apologize, Gabe. Hello, Gabe. Sorry I missed your chat earlier. I just finished watching a great movie. That's awesome. Hopefully you'll get back with me. We'll see. If not, thank you for joining earlier, Gabe.
Oh, they're really cool.
Oh, they keep going back and forth. Just focus on them. They look great. All right. That put me in where we're gonna
Zoom out just a little bit.
Or do I want to zoom out? That might be actually better for this. There's our figures. And we're gonna get everything prepared. I'm gonna clean up the desk. And what's going on back here? Move garbage and shit. So I shall be back. And we're back. So we are gonna start now doing our comparisons. First, got our original season 1 Marvel Legends Daredevil. Legend was a little bit more different with its style, a bit more simpler in some way. Still like pretty decent, but honestly not the best. Really, head sculpt wise, it doesn't look really anything like Charlie Cox. But this one definitely looks a lot better. Like tenfold. Like the body, like how it's all sculpted and like all the textures and layering, like it just looks like what it looks like in the show. And it looks great. But this original one isn't too bad. It's kind of cool. Maybe even if I do. Hold on. I know the head swap might not work all the time. Maybe this one looks decent. Oh, well, not that. He sits way too far down on the neck. Like he has a really stocky body if you give him that. Well, that's actually not too bad. The reds don't really match up, but I don't know. It works all right. It looks cool. I definitely prefer this new one, anyways. This one, because I wonder if the opposite. Oh yeah, the opposite looks not that great. He's like Toy Biz proportions there. Big long neck, long arms, skinny, like kind of buff, but not really. Has good detail. But with this, it's just perfect. Of course, it's made for it. And this one's pretty decent too, for the time. I still kind of like it. I still like the style of it, but this is definitely an upgrade to it anyway, so it's replacing it in anyway, so what am I saying? But then next we got our Punisher. Our original John Berthel Punisher. I think also from Daredevil. I forget if that was also season 1 or probably like season 2, I believe. But he knocked down everyone. There's other John. You can see the difference. I mean, he just punished everyone. But look at that. Look at the difference in that head sculpt. This definitely looks a lot more like John Berthel than this does. This is more like an approximation. The closest that we could get at the time. But he had like the shorter hair. I forgot about that. It was always kind of like messy. But he has like the trench coat thing going on here, which this new one doesn't. But I wonder if the thing actually works. And I do actually have him. Yeah, but funny enough, I gave him an open left hand. And then, the gun. Like kind of like how this figure comes with an open left hand. Essentially like this. where it can do this new pose exactly the same as I've made it. But I do want to try head swapping, or at least trying to put the jacket on. Here, we'll just do head swap first, and just see from there if I'm feeling up for it. I just don't know if this The Punisher head is going to be coming off. Not without a fight, but you can get it, but you can see the difference between the two. What's going on there? There he is. Trench coat. Not too bad. Looks a little... Might be sitting a little high or a little low. No, no. This is interesting. How about if I do... Okay. I'm going to take off the trench coat and put it on this new body, like the trench coat piece that the old one comes with. Just to, you know, we're having... Oh, excuse me. I apologize. I was trying to go for the Daredevil very sneakily, but can't go around. You gotta go in front of it. Idiot. Okay. There's our Daredevil. Sorry I'm doing stuff off camera. How I gotta operate right now. Okay. We're going at it. I will bring out... Oh, never mind. Hold on. I thought that would take longer. But it didn't. Let's take out this. Oh. Okay. That. Oh yeah, he has like the very long sleeves. Or the very short sleeves, so I don't know how well that works. It looks decent. But it's not. It's probably not what I would think of. It kind of makes like the jacket look bigger. Yeah, than he is. It kind of makes him look more stockier instead of kind of. He is a little bit more agile. He is a little bit more beefier, I think, than Daredevil. Yeah, probably about. He might be kind of more normal size, but he's got some. Yeah, he's got some lead on him. He was ex-military. I'm actually gonna have to like switch out the hand on this old one though, like this open hand, because this open hand does not match the skin tone at all. I just noticed. Yeah, I only just noticed that. Look at that. It's like so different. Not even like the same color. Heck. I mean, it looks decent here. That's because of like shadows and stuff, but yeah, you can see all the improvements. definitely added with these ones compared to their older counterparts. Detail and sculpt wise, and overall, like, accuracy, and just actually being a better figure overall with better joints. Stand pretty well, looks great. Like, they're really killing it, like, with these ones. Like, this is like probably some of their best for like MCU figures that they've done in a bit. I do like their what's the new the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but I know that's not really MCU. That's Amazing Spider-Man 2. But and then like like the final swing suit, like that one's great. The Fantastic Four figures, those are pretty good. Thing is a little bit different. He doesn't have the whole shirtless and no feet combo going on in the movie. We don't see that. So I guess it's alright to get a figure of that, but I need an accurate one with the full sweater thing because it looks great in that too. Is there latest ones? Oh, also, the Human Torch figure specifically, that one, probably one of their best. I, yeah, for sure, like one of the best things that they've ever done. Like the figure looks perfect. It looks better than how it looked in the movie. Like, for real. It's insane. Is there anything else? I don't know. But I'm gonna move on with our comparisons. Cool figures. Our next comparisons are gonna be with the No Way Home Matt Murdock. And do we want to do? Hold on. I'm thinking. No, okay, we'll just do him. Then we got Kingpin. Bit bigger. Not super big, but kind of big enough. He might need an update. Oh, already. Well, this one's still pretty decent, at least for the time for what we got. And then that Matt Murdock is still pretty nice. Oh. The Matt. Daredevil. Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to do this while trying to be okay. I'm still dealing with a back injury, to be honest. I've been dealing with that, but doing stuff, trying to be smart. But we're gonna switch out the head here with this Matt Murdock. See if that works. And I don't think it does. I think it's like it sits like way too high on the head. Yeah, it does the giraffe thing that the other head did. But could definitely, if you have multiples of these, which I think some people do. I only have just the one. I only saw this Matt Murdock the one time, and I got it. But it does actually look pretty good. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty nice. Let's see. Yeah, even like the actual, like the helmet is even more actually accurate. Like it feel like that this is Charlie Cox. Way more in this. but still look great. Still work well together. Yeah, they look great. All right, and then Kingpin's good too. Could use an update, but pretty good. Next, for our other ones, have our Jessica Jones. She's got fuzz on her. She got big fuzz. I did dust these. I do kind of try to make sure now to dust all these guys because I got the supplies for it, so might as well use it. Then you got Luke Cage. Other big man. Would like to see him back. If he's been back. I know Jessica is back, of course. We had, of course, John. But yeah, it's really cool. I definitely can't wait to get the new Jessica Jones one because because I'm pretty sure I'll pick up that 2-pack where he has like the black costume, Daredevil as well. Like you have your 2-pack, and getting like a Jessica Jones is a need because I can use this other female figure for probably something else on the shelf. So I can just figure it out. So yeah, yeah, they look pretty good. And then Luke Cage, definitely need a update of him. Would like to see him back, kind of like in the universe. I think they did say that like Defenders and all that like it is still all like canon or whatever it is. So it's like it's all going to be the same people. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to see. But the next we got can't remember her name, but she's like the nurse in Daredevil. Like her and Luke Cage get together. I think they are like the kind of like the main couple in the show. Yeah, Jessica Jones is always kind of like aloof and doing something, but who knows? But she's played by who is it? Because she's also like Ahsoka Tano. Oh, what's her name? You're a great actress, but I can't remember your name, so I apologize. It may come to me. I don't know. Come on, Ahsoka. Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano. Oh, I can't remember her name. But it's a decent figure. Definitely needs an update though. Would be nice. Let's get something. Let's get some more people. Let's get like Foggy and Karen. Let's get them. Especially since I think is Foggy dead? Is he dead? I don't know. I can't remember what people were saying. Spoilers, I guess. But then here's Spider-Man, the final swing. Probably the only one I need. I'm not really too big on the newest figure from Hasbro. Pretty happy with this one myself. I'm like maybe interested in the Marvel Legends. I'll have to see it in person. Like that's always like my thing. I'm like, let me see this. Let me get my hands on it. See how good or bad this thing is. But then you have like the like the figure arts. And that looks like way more like the actual movie. That kind of like pushes it out a bit more to that one because I think detail wise it's gonna match kind of better with all these. Anyways, probably not much of her because she doesn't match. I hate that I can't remember her name because she's a great actress. But Spider-Man, he's got the movie. So, hello, Spider-Man. All right. What's next? Okay. We want to do. Who do we want to do? I don't know. Okay, I'll do the last. If I do this. Do this. I won't do that. Okay. First. Well. Hold up. What is my pair here? Okay. So our next comparisons. Sorry, I had to figure it out for a second. It's going to be the MCU She-Hulk figure. Because, of course, she looks amazing. Kind of sucks we're not probably going to really be seeing her. Or, I guess, like, the actress specifically, I think, is out now. Like, she just was like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. And they're like, okay, we understand. But the show was actually, like, pretty decent. I thought it was fun. I'm like, okay, I see why people wouldn't like it, but I thought it was just fine. I thought it was like kind of enjoyable. It was pretty good. It's all right. I did like the fourth wall thing. Kind of got me, but I was kind of like, I kind of expected this. It was very cliche, but I don't think Deadpool has ever done that really. Like he's going to the writer's room. I mean, he did like go back in time and like he had to like stop himself making a green arrow, like blasting his brains. But yeah, and then you have your thug here. I can't remember what they're called. They're like the the tracksuit mafia. There's like one generic guy who has like a Molotov. Is that what it's called? I believe. I don't know. But they look pretty good. And then yeah, our last kind of MCU specific figures. Definitely would have liked to get a Hulk, like a regular Hulk, like sooner before later. Like it just gotta happen. Gotta do it. Then next, go on to more comic book stuff and just other comparisons. Have your hand ninja, your red hand ninja from the Stuntman wave of Marvel Legends. Of course, comic, not really movie. But then we have the G.I. Joe Classified Legacy police officer. Just to kind of like, it makes sense with these two. It makes sense with Punisher. It's a cop. They kind of have run-ins with the police like all the time. Or basically trying to avoid them. Also, because they're vigilantes. Especially Punisher, because he murders his people. Yeah, like all his targets, his hits or whatever. He's like, you gotta commit, Daredevil. And Daredevil's like, I do commit, but I don't like commit. Like what? And like it's like I'm like, come on, man. They gotta like, yeah, they gotta be in a box for years and just have a miserable life. We have to do with a lawyer. Because I'm a lawyer. Right. We have to do it the right way. I'm just like, okay, whatever. It's a cool show. Then going on to straight up other Daredevil and Punisher comparisons. First, we have my main display, which is the CT Toys old Daredevil that we opened up not too long ago. I'm trying to get on the stand. I always kind of a little struggle with these guys. And then there's my Punisher. There we go. Sorry, I had to lock in for a sec. What's going on? But they look pretty decent. This Punisher is definitely a little more beefy. This is the the Riders version with the motorcycle and has the gladiator looking hat thing. So not too bad. Oh, I'm hitting stuff by accident. Things all tilted. Okay. We good? I might just like to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Hold on, I'm gonna. That kind of feels a little more better there. Oh, what are you doing? Get up there. But they look pretty good. There's a lot of darkness at the bottom. Like a lot of black. But they look pretty good. Cool seeing comic and the different companies kind of working with these things. And then my other ones, specifically the ones now for the Spider-Man shelf, which now includes this Daredevil, as I think I pointed to a little bit ago. Yeah, so this is the Mezco Daredevil with the retro card Daredevil Matt Murdock head because I think it looks pretty decent on there. I have a custom wire baton wrapping around him, made from who is the, who made this? They made like a whole set. It's who is it? It's like RTX Project. I think that's who it was. They have like a whole kit where they have like the mask being down. Excuse me. I apologize. Things being stupid. How do I get this thing on a weird side? But it works pretty decently. But he's pretty cool. Excuse my shenanigans as I try to come back again. But then my other Punisher, again, ones that go on the Spider-Man shelf back there, ones that y'all probably have seen glimpses of in the streams. But this is actually one of my favorite Punishers. I feel like these two work pretty well, but I might want to prefer. I think I might get the CT Toys with this one now, so I'll have to figure out. I think I'll just do more classic because I got Luke Cage up there. He's more classic. I now have the more classic Ghost Rider. Yeah. And I'll just have to see from there how the more modern ones, I guess, get into the Spider-Man display, which is kind of still classic. A lot of it kind of skews a little more classic now, maybe a little game reverse and what is it? Animated stuff, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. But yeah. These guys over here. And then our last comparisons. We this is the okay. So our other Daredevil to compare with is our Defenders box set, our kind of like our most classic, I would say, Daredevil so far in the Marvel Legends. But you know, is on that old Bucky kind of body is a little rough. It's pretty old, but of course we've had some new ones. We had the box set one. And the what was it? It was the it was the 3-pack one that had the new Elektra and then the updated Bullseye. But that one I haven't gotten. And then there was the VHS Spider-Man cartoon wave. I didn't also get that one, even though that one I was kind of like that might be my one, but It wasn't, but then, of course, they had the Secret Wars, and I was like, okay, I'll finally get one. But then here's our black and red Daredevil on that same Bucky Cap body, but has cool accessories. I'll have to still I gotta try to take those off at some point and put them somewhere. Put them on a figure. Put them on another Daredevil, I guess, at some point. But we'll see down the line. I'll know if I can do it with the new one. I highly doubt it. But we'll see. But yeah, they look pretty sick. All right. Then, trying to think of like other things I could compare these to. Of course, my brain instantly goes to who do we want to do? Had to go to the movie Turtles because these are more realistic figures. So you got Raphael, you got Michelangelo. Makes sense for these two, I guess, in some way. But they're cool. Do they look like they could blend in? I mean, pretty decently. Especially Raph. Raph just blends right in, so that might be a cool little crossover pick at some point. All right. Sorry, I have been trying to organize back here. I kind of got zoned in. I was like, oh, time to move stuff, move it. Okay. We're going to call it a night. Thank y'all for joining me. I'm going to try to get many of these guys in there. Many as I can. I'm knocking stuff over. Being careful. Jessica.
Luke Cage.
And we'll put She-Hulk. She-Hulk and Spider-Man. He's a little shorter. Have fun there. I'll do her. Right there, Rosario Dawson. That's who that is. That's Rosario Dawson. She's great. Great actress.
The tracksuit mafia dude. Sneak him in there. Is he on camera? I don't think so. There you are.
Then we'll bring in the Hand. Bring in the Cop. Maybe better yet, I'll put the Hand there. Put my other Daredevil here. Yeah, because that. I'll put my other Punisher right there. The Cop will just be back there. I'm just trying to fit them all onto the table by now. I'll get the other Daredevil. I don't know if you can see him back there. There he is. And then last Punisher. Or I can get him. Feels more closer than our last two Daredevils.
Fit him
wherever they can.
on the edge. There you go. And then another black Daredevil, or our only black Daredevil, hold little black spot right there. I hope y'all have enjoyed the stream. Be sure to like this video, comment what you want to see here on the channel, or if you got any questions or want to drop anything in the live chat as of right now, or if you want to see anything, be sure to let me know before we go off air. I would appreciate it. And also subscribe. If anything, subscribe, please. If I say that, I might get subscribers, so thank you if you subscribe. Is this how the algorithm works? Is it still like, subscribe? Man, it's like a house of cards. Punishment is dealt. Because I just can't keep my hands off of my figures. I'm having too much fun now. Got that too much gene. Alright. I think I'm just going to call it good. So y'all have a good one. Cool figures. Definitely can't wait to finally sit down and watch this show. Hopefully enjoy it and then look forward to seeing the Spider-Man movie as well. But hope y'all, what the hell, have a good night. I shall see y'all next Friday. We will be having a live stream, but then the Friday, Friday afterwards, the Friday from 2 weeks from now, probably not gonna be a stream, if I'll be honest. Might take just a break. I might have to like, at least I kind of like do that. Maybe like once a month, kind of like near the middle of the month, or if I got something else planned, I just won't do it because stuff is happening and I'm trying to get stuff going. But yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed the stream. Check out the Instagram. There should be a picture there soon. Expect by the 20th. So, gotta get a pic done. So, gonna be a really cool figure. Gonna be a really cool pic. So, hope y'all have enjoyed. Thank y'all for joining me. I shall see y'all the next week. Good